Well, thank you so much for being with us here on your Friday. We have a variety of things to get to, but we'll start with this. A pair of Idaho lawmakers are back from a trip to Washington, D.C. after accepting an invite from the Biden administration. Idaho Representative Ilana Rubel and Senator Melissa Wintrow had the opportunity to meet with 47 other state lawmakers from across the country. Common theme here. They're Democrats working in Republican-controlled states, and specifically, they all met to discuss the current abortion laws in their states. The U.S. Supreme Court's Dobbs decision struck down federally protected abortion nearly a year ago now, overturning Roe versus Wade. It erased 50 years of precedent. And Idaho is one of 14 states that now ban most abortions. And state by state, the Democrats say that they're working to push that line. Here's our Andrew Bartline.
Since states regained their right to regulate abortion, Democratic Senator Melissa Wintrow and Representative Ilana Rubel say they've lost rights as a consequence.
Idaho is, in fact, the worst. People are not imagining it.
Idaho law says most abortions are illegal. Exceptions exist for rape with a police report, incest, or to quote, prevent the death of a pregnant woman.
It dawned on us that we actually in Idaho are the worst in the worst of the states across the country as far as limitations and just really restrictive laws. We have total abortion bans where some other folks have at least up to 12 weeks.
I mean, many of the laws that get run through Idaho have already been run through Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, Florida, Missouri, you name it. And so it makes a lot of sense for all of us who are facing similar challenges to get together and see how it's playing out, and if anybody has any great ideas on how to battle back. We're seeing a loss of healthcare access that really eclipses even the reddest of other states. So we have an extreme emergency in Idaho that exceeds anywhere in the nation.
Did other states say, yeah, we have this problem too, and we also are attributing it to the same reasons that you folks are? Did that happen?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Everybody is seeing that. There did seem to be a severity in Idaho that other states aren't seeing yet. We've already lost 45% of our fetal maternal medicine specialists.
We know that these policies that are being passed are wildly unpopular all over the country, and it'll have consequences.
But they're totally legal. The Idaho State Supreme Court upheld Idaho's abortion laws in January, writing in summary, quote, if the people of Idaho are dissatisfied with these new laws, they can elect new legislators.
If the Republican Party is the party that's out of touch and not representative of the people, it's hard for me to palate that when they keep winning. They're the ones that keep getting elected.
We've done polling in this state that well over a majority of people believe that the legislature has gone too far and they're not representing everyday kitchen table topics. So yeah, I stick to that and I stick firmly to it.
But it doesn't change the fact that the Republican Party tends to be the party that wins throughout the state come the general election.
I think there's a very strong cultural affiliation with the Republican Party in Idaho. Now, at some point, that may wake up voters and say, this issue has gotten so extreme, it's threatening healthcare access, it's driving doctors out of the state, it's threatening people's lives. I'm going to shake myself up out of that reflexive party voting and maybe, look at somebody who more aligns with our views on this.
The view that they say abortion is a right in a state that says it's not.
I'm looking eyeball to eyeball at people crying, desperate, and feeling dehumanized because they can't get the decent kind of care and dignity that they deserve.
I talked to House Majority Leader Representative Megan Blanksma over the phone as well, who sponsored multiple Idaho abortion bills that have since become law. She agrees with that Supreme Court summary. If you don't like the laws, she says, take it up at the ballot box. Representative Blanksma adds the Republicans have actually taken seats the last few election cycles from the Democrats as well. And in terms, Joe, of nurses, doctors, OBGYNs, leaving the state, Blanksma says in her conversations with these professionals that it's clarity that they're concerned about. Toward the end of the session, she had a bill that she worked to hopefully clear up some of that confusion in those laws, and perhaps there's more work to be done there, but from her perspective, those problems boil down to clarity. What is that firm line between what is legal, what is not legal? She says that's the solution.
And I think it'll be interesting over the next several years in Idaho and beyond to see, how that issue is tailored, because we know that, lawmakers, they came back this past session to take a look at the abortion laws. I think in January, there's a good chance that you'll likely see some abortion or abortion-adjacent conversations as well.
I'm not sure it's going away anytime soon. We'll see next session.
All right, Andrew, thanks for the report. We'll talk soon.